Waves whispered secrets to the shore. She loved the beach with all her heart. Today her heart felt heavy, like the gray clouds above. She worried no one needed her. Her friends had gone inland. Busy lives took them away. Sandy Paws felt alone. She watched families play nearby. Laughter danced in the air. Her tail refused to wag. What if I move away? Will a new place help? She pondered the scary thought. Her gaze fell upon a crab, scuttling across golden sand. It seemed to wave at her. "Hello, little crab," she barked quietly. "You seem merry today." The crab clicked its claws. "Do you ever worry?" Sandy asked the friendly crab. He paused, then scuttled closer. Crab's eyes shone with wisdom. "Worry is like seaweed," he said. "It can tangle your thoughts. What should I do then?" Sandy Paws inquired softly. Crab danced in a tiny circle. "Find the joy in today. Let the worries wash away." Simple words, yet they sparkled, like sunlight on ocean waves. Sandy Paws pondered this deeply. Joy in today, she mused. She chased the swooshing waves, let gulls draw smiles in the sky. Sand tickled her paws with glee. A child approached hesitantly. His blue kite danced in the wind, but his face held a frown. Sandy trotted over kindly. With a wag, she offered comfort. The boy's frown turned upside down. He laughed, sharing his kite joy. Together, they found their today. Sandy Paws felt lighter now. Her heart swelled with newfound purpose. To spread joy on the beach. Her worries dissolved like sea foam. Sandy Paws no longer felt alone. Friends come and go like tides, but joy can always be found. Paws and Pride on Echo Mountain. High in the Blue Whisker Mountains lived Felicity. A tabby cat, skillful with big dreamy eyes. She loved heights and climbing was her delight. Every cat in Purrtown admired her agile leaps. Felicity puffed up, feeling an immense pride. Yet she longed to climb the peak of Echo Mountain. No cat ever reached the top, it was too steep. But Felicity was determined to make the climb. Her heart swelled with courage and a daring spirit. She started her ascent as dawn kissed the sky. Cool breeze ruffled her fur, birds cheered her on. She climbed each rock with grace and careful steps. The path grew steeper, but she pressed on eagerly. Rock by rock, paw by paw, she advanced higher. Felicity looked down. Her hometown was a tiny dot. Purrtown cats gathered below, watching in amazement. They whispered to each other, "Will she make it?" Their doubt fueled Felicity's drive to prove herself. She encountered a wide chasm too far to jump. Her pride urged her forward, but she paused, thinking. Felicity retraced her path to find a safer route. It took longer, but safety was more important now. Finally, she reached the top, her heart soaring high. Felicity gazed at the view, her pride humbled. The journey, not the peak, was her true achievement. She realized pride is good when it lifts others too. Heading down, she vowed to teach climbing to the kittens. She reached Purrtown amid cheers and proud purrs. Felicity had conquered Echo Mountain with dignity, and her pride now was in helping others succeed. Luna's roar in Whispering Woods. Deep in Whispering Woods, Luna paced. Her heart felt like a drum. Trees whispered secrets as she passed, leaves rustled with old tales. Luna was the pride's youngest cub. Her courage was unmatched. Today, though, her heart burned with anger. Her best friend Blinky had lied. Blinky was a jumpy jackrabbit. He always made Luna laugh until today. Luna's anger made her roar loud. It scared the fluttering butterflies nearby. Seeing them scared, Luna paused. Her heart ached with regret. Was Luna's anger hurting others? She wondered as she sat down. From the woods emerged Sage the owl. Her eyes were kind. Sage asked Luna about her roar. Luna's story poured out. Sage nodded, understanding Luna's pain. Anger is a tricky beast, she said. Sage's feathers shimmered as she spoke. Let's find a solution together. They walked to the brook. Its waters whispered calming words. Luna watched the water flow. It did not rush or roar. Sage spoke of gentle strength, how anger could turn to wisdom. Luna tried to let go. She imagined her anger as leaves. Leaves on the water. They drifted away on the brook. Luna felt her anger fading. The woods echoed with peace. Sage smiled wisely. Now go make amends, she whispered. Luna found Blinky by the willows. Her steps were calm and steady. She told Blinky she was sorry. Blinky's eyes twinkled with joy. They played until sunset. Their laughter rang through the woods. Luna learned a powerful lesson. Anger, like a storm, could pass. Whispering Woods were quiet again. Luna's heart was at peace. Hi there, shining newcomer. Just like Willow Wolf's salty seas sniffed in disgust. Salty air filled her nose. Sea smells were everywhere. She missed her forest home. Here, each wave brought weird scents. Strange sea creatures swayed in her sight. Willa's stomach churned often. Fish, seaweed, and salt mixed together. The wolf shuddered at each whiff. She came to find special sea apples. These apples would cure her ma. Bravery pushed her disgust away. Each step on the wet sand pulled. Willa's paws sunk with each pace. Yuck, she grunted at the squish. She met Squiggly the squid. Need help, it inquired kindly. Disgust melted into thankfulness for Willa. Together they searched the shallow shores. Their quest for sea apples continued. Willa's heart grew bolder with Squiggly. Willa faced her biggest challenge yet. A pile of slimy sea kelp. She had to pass through it. Closing her eyes, she took a leap. I can do this, she thought, and she did with a bound. The sun started to set. Their search seemed hopeless. Then a glimmer caught Willa's eye. Beneath a starfish sea apples lay. They looked every day but special. Willa howled with joy, not disgust. Squiggly cheered in bubbly blurbs. You did it, Willa, it cheered. Willa's face lit up with pride. With sea apples in paw, Willa beamed. Disgust had turned to delight. Her ma would get better now. Back through the ocean, Willa voyaged. Each step was lighter than before. The sea wasn't so bad now. Home felt sweeter with her return. Ma took the sea apples, smiling. Willa's journey taught her more than bravery. Greta and the Salty Sea. Greta Bear stood on the shore, scowling. Waves crashed, yet she felt no joy. The ocean seemed vast, endless, uncaring. "I dislike you," she grumbled daily. She missed old times in the sunny forest. Here, the salt air tangled her fur. Her family had moved to the coast for work. She had to leave friends behind. Greta's sadness turned to dislike for the ocean. She blamed it for her loneliness. One day, Bubbles the dolphin appeared, chirping merrily. "Why the long face, friend?" Greta frowned. "It's this wet, cold place. I can't stand it," she said. Bubbles laughed softly. "Maybe you've not seen its wonders. Care to explore?" Greta hesitated. Dislike had built walls around her heart. Yet Greta followed. Bubbles showed her colorful coral. Greta's eyes widened. They met Tickle the clownfish, who made her laugh. She burst into chuckles. Splash the seagull joined, sharing stories of the skies. Greta felt a change. Each day, new ocean friends showed her beauty. Her heart felt lighter. She learned to ride waves and find seashells. Dislike was ebbing away. Greta found new rhythms in the ocean's song. Her laughter blended with seafoam. She realized joy doesn't depend on places. It grows within and through friends. The ocean, once vast and scary, now felt like home. Her dislike had dissolved. Now Greta smiles at the waves. She dives in, feeling the ocean hug her back. Fern Fox lived near a lively city park. She watched the children play, a frown on her face. Their laughter seemed too loud, too carefree. She felt they didn't respect the quiet of her home. Fern's heart held a heavy weight of contempt. She wanted peace, not the noise of happiness. One sunny day, Fern had an idea. She would tell the children to leave the park. Her steps were quick and determined. As she approached, she saw Ben the badger. He was laughing with the others, playing tag. Fern's frown deepened at the sight. She cleared her throat loudly. The children stopped and looked at her. With ears perked, she shared her thoughts. "The park is my home, too quiet for loud games." Ben listened with a gentle smile. He saw the distress in Fern's bright eyes. "Let's find a way to play together," he suggested. Fern paused, her heart open to change. Could they really share this space? She watched them play a quieter game. The laughter was softer, yet still full of joy. Fern felt a smile tugging at her lips. Maybe, just maybe, she thought. There's room for joy and tranquility together. As the sun set, the park was calm. Fern felt a different weight in her heart. The weight of contempt was lifting. It was replaced with new understanding. The children waved goodbye to Fern. She waved back, her heart lighter. Hi there, shining newcomer. Just like any new friend who joined Miffy Monkey's Lake Luck. Miffy Monkey loved her lakeside home. Each day she watched fish leap and birds dive. But one thing made Miffy irritated: noise. Squawky parrots flew by each morning. They chattered nonstop, disrupting the peace. Miffy's irritation grew with every squawk. One day a new sound joined the chorus. Gentle splashes near the water's edge. Tiny Tad, a frog, was practicing swimming. Tad noticed Miffy's frown and stopped. Why so glum by the lovely lake? Miffy sighed. The noise, it's too much. Tad pondered, then offered a solution. Together, let's find the quiet spots. Curious, Miffy agreed to the adventure. First, they found reeds whistling softly. The sound was calming, not irritating. Miffy smiled, feeling a bit better. Next, they found a secluded cove. Here, the lake whispered secrets to them. Miffy listened and forgot her annoyance. Last was a hill with a view. Below, the lake shimmered in silence. Miffy's heart felt light and peaceful. With Tad's help, she found 3 havens, places of quiet amidst the daily hustle. Miffy's irritation faded into gratefulness. Thank you, friend, Miffy said to Tad. Your kindness turned my day around. Tad smiled. That's what friends are for. Each day, Miffy embraced the lake's sounds. The squawks and splashes became a symphony. And irritation became a thing of the past. Whiskers the rabbit felt worried. Many thoughts hopped in his mind. The farm was his great love. He loved the lush green fields. His friends found joy in simple things. Whiskers often felt uneasy. The sun shone over Fluffy Farm. Whiskers twitched his nose. The smell of carrots filled the air. Whiskers had a big carrot contest coming. His friends were excited for him, yet he felt a storm of worry. He fretted over carrot shapes. He mulled over sizes and colors. His worry kept him up at night. Gentle Moo the cow saw his fret. What weighs on you, friend? She asked. Whiskers shared his gnawing fear. Cool Breeze the horse neighed softly. Worry is like a stubborn weed. It grows if you let it, she said. Dawn the duck waddled over. She flapped her wings with gusto. Focus on now, not the what-ifs, she quacked. Whiskers pondered their words. He nosed his way to the garden. He picked one carrot, then another. He felt their smooth texture. He smelled their earthy scent. His heart began to feel lighter. Festival day arrived with cheer. Whiskers put his worries aside. He hopped along with his carrot pals. The judges admired his carrots. They were not perfect, but genuine. Whiskers' heart swelled with pride. In the end, Whiskers did not win. Yet the worry in him had wilted. Friendship and joy had bloomed instead. Whiskers learned a valuable lesson. Worry steals the joy of now. He hopped home content and free. Elliot felt alone despite the crowd. His big ears drooped low. He missed his best friend. The city park was full of life. Children laughed and ducks swam in the pond. Birds chirped in the trees. Elliot watched them. He remembered the fun he had with Sam. They had raced around this very pond. Now Sam had moved away. Elliot's heart ached. He wondered if he would feel happy again. Elliot decided to walk along the winding path. The sun hugged his back gently. A breeze danced through the leaves above. he saw kids playing near the playground. They needed one more for their game. They invited Elliot to join them. Elliot was hesitant but wanted to try. As the game went on, he laughed. The children's giggles were like music. He felt a warm spark inside him. After the game, he was a hero. The children thanked him for being fun. Elliot felt proud and not alone anymore. He looked around the vibrant park. The trees whispered secrets in his ears. The ducks quacked and splashed joyfully. Elliot smiled, finding friendship around him. He knew Sam would be happy too. Elliot learned to cherish new moments. He found light in his sorrow. Elliot made plans to meet the kids again. Their laughter was now his favorite sound. He finally felt at home in the park. The city park was no longer quiet. It was a place of laughter and friendship. Elliot knew every day would bring joy. His big ears no longer drooped low. They perked up, ready for new adventures. Hi there, Shine. Grudge in Greenwood Grove. In Greenwood Grove lived Rumbles. He was a fluffy rabbit. Rumbles had a big grudge. His grudge was towards Squeaks the squirrel. Squeaks had taken Rumbles' berries. It was during last autumn's feast. Rumbles felt angry every day. He would hop around, not saying hello, not even to his forest friends. Then one sunny morning, he saw Squeaks. Squeaks was in trouble up a tree. Beewise the bee buzzed around fiercely. Rumbles thought hard. His heart beat fast. Should he help Squeaks? His grudge was heavy like a rock, but watching Squeaks struggle, something changed. Rumbles decided to act. He shouted up to Squeaks, "Jump down, I'll catch you!" Squeaks trusted and leaped. Rumbles caught Squeaks safely. It felt good, light like a feather. The grudge began to lift. Beewise flew away, leaving them be. Squeaks thanked Rumbles with a big smile. "Why help me after what I did?" Rumbles thought about it. "Carrying a grudge is tiring," he said. "I want to feel happy instead." Squeaks felt sorry about the berries. "I'll share my nut stash with you," Squeaks offered. Rumbles' eyes brightened. Since that day, they shared everything. Laughter rang throughout the grove. Their friendship blossomed. Rumbles learned a valuable lesson. Holding on to anger hurts only you. Letting go brings joy. Milo's Jungle Journey. Milo Mouse squeaked in delight. Today he would explore the jungle. His heart beat fast with excitement. Sunlight danced through leaves. Birds sang songs just for him. Milo's tiny nose twitched at new smells. He met Jax the jaguar first. Jax eyed him, curious but distant. "I never play with mice," Jax muttered. Milo felt sad but moved on. He then stumbled upon Lenora the lemur. She was busy and ignored his wave. Paths wound under lush canopies. The jungle was alive and bustling, yet Milo felt very alone in the crowd. He sat down, tiny paws dangling. A tear rolled down his whiskers. Why will no one be my friend? Xena the zebra noticed him. She trotted over, soft eyes kind. "Why the tears, little one?" she asked. Milo sniffled and shared his woes. His voice quivered, heavy with sorrow. Xena listened, her gaze gentle. She nuzzled him softly, comforting. "Not all are so quick to judge. You'll find friends who understand you." Together they walked, creating echoes. Their laughter blended with jungle beats. Soon others joined their merry troop. Suri the squirrel scampered down. "Can I play too?" she chirped eagerly. "Of course," Milo's reply was warm. Rufus the rabbit bounded over. "A mouse, a zebra, and a squirrel? What fun we'll have," he exclaimed. Differences faded into laughter. Each brought joy in their own way. Intolerance lost to friendship's light. Jax and Lenora saw the fun. They approached, sheepish and curious. "May we join you?" they asked together. Milo smiled, his heart now full. "Everyone is welcome," he said. The jungle echoed with newfound friendship. The sun dipped low, painting skies. Stars peeked out as the animals played. The jungle slept to their giggles. Bear's Worry Wobbles. Blossomshine Garden gleamed in the sun. Fluffy Bear lived there. His heart felt heavy. He worried so much each day. Would the flowers wilt? Could the bees leave? Bear's friends saw his furrowed brow. "Why the long face, Fluffy?" they'd ask. He could only shrug. Fluffy's worry made playing hard. Games did not excite him. Even honey tasted bland. One sunny morning, Luna Moth visited. "Why all the worry, Bear?" she fluttered. Bear sighed deeply. Luna Moth shared a secret with him. "Worries grow like weeds," she whispered. "You must weed them out." Bear pondered her words at night. He decided to confront his worries. It was a daunting task. Bright and early, Bear started weeding. He uprooted a what-if near the pond. His limbs felt lighter. Next, he tackled a maybe by the roses. Thorns scratched, but he persisted. His heart felt warmer. With every worry weed uprooted, Fluffy smiled. "What do you know?" he mumbled. "I'm feeling better." His garden grew brighter and lighter. The bees buzzed around happily. Bear laughed with delight. Friends gathered, amazed at the change. "How'd you do it, Fluffy?" they wondered. Fluffy felt proud. He taught them all about worry weeds. Together they tended the garden. Peace bloomed around them. From then on, Fluffy Bear worried less. Luna Moth was right, he realized. Courage overcomes worries. The garden thrived, full of life. Fluffy played, laughed, and loved. Worry was but a memory. It glistened under the sun. She loved its peaceful allure. Beneath calm waters, fish swam in harmony. Whiskers imagined joining their dance, but she hesitated. Today she had a task. It felt large and looming. She attempted to ignore it. Every time the task came up, Whiskers found a distraction, a butterfly, a leaf, even her tail. Avoidance was her game. Her friends noticed her struggle. They cared for her deeply. They planned a gentle intervention. At the lake, Dandy the duck approached. "Whiskers, let's play hide-and-seek." Dandy was upbeat. Whiskers agreed, but soon realized something. Whenever it was her turn to seek, she hesitated. The game reflected her life. Dandy smiled. "See how you wait and pause? That's just like with your task." Dandy's words were soft. Whiskers blinked, aware now. Her avoidance caused her stress. It was time for a change. With Dandy's encouragement, she faced her task. It involved fetching a special flower, a flower that bloomed only by the lake. At first, Whiskers approached, then retreated. The task seemed daunting, but the lake's soothing presence calmed her. Taking a deep breath, she tried once more. She reached the flower with determination. Her heart swelled with pride. The task was done. Whiskers learned a valuable lesson. Avoidance only delays the inevitable. Embracing challenges head-on made her stronger. The lake had been her teacher, and Dandy, her guide. She thanked her kind friend. Dandy just winked and quacked. Both knew a valuable lesson was learned.
If you want to hear more stories like this and want to speak English very well, then please subscribe to our channel.